Bring out the Brinks truck, I'm young, flying ice cup. 100-yard dash, I had to run my price up. Boss your life up, I had to boss mine up. $10,000 out.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Now, after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They're going to look to throw. He drops it off for Bernard. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Stephon Tuitt in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, if for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
Now back to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
Gun! Hey, boys, got four down. 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
He'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. Past the 20. He's got his man here. It's Green. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
Lucky 56.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive.
Hey, watch it.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And they'll go with a ground attack here. A big seam, and he might go all the way. 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He completes it to Boyd. And out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll look to throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And they'll go on the ground. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going deep downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And the return will stop right around the 25. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
They can't tackle him. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Play action. Now Wilson. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Space to maneuver at the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun, gun.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Underneath, this is Bernard. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a handoff looking right. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. That one goes for 36 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss.
And he's got his big tight end, Eifert, and it's a Bengal touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his second touchdown on the season, and the Bengals are in for 6. Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Wilson on second down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Coverage there by the former first-round pick, William Jackson.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. On third down, Wilson. He sets to fire deep. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Man, how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
And able to find Green. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. And they'll run it here. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. And they'll go on the ground. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Escaping the pressure. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Bengals have recovered it.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit and not go down and fumble the ball.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll set up a throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. In for the score. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something...
And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
14.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Trying to lay one up deep. They've got his man complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. Looking deep down. And this is caught inside the 5. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. DJ Chark in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game. Boswell good with the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. He finds an opening past the 40. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Rolling to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
My, oh, my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure. He's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
14, run it.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now a handoff looking right. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Check nickel. Pick the edge. Come.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Go!
He'll drop to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30. A big third down play there for the Bengals. 41 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. They'll look to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Steelers' offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
14, front it.
On 2nd down, Wilson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side. He's got him in, complete. A big play on 3rd there for the Steelers. 55 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
Let's go.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 20. He's at the 50. 30. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. They get it to him running left, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. And Suckup will put this one right through. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The linebacker, Preston Brown, brings him down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw is Wilson. To throw on 2nd down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 17. From the shotgun, Wilson. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Let's go, 14.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Going for the deep ball. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his third pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Now they'll run it on the toss. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
To throw on third down, Wilson. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on second and goal? And they'll run it here. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
He's going to get it running right. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. Extra point put through by Boswell. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now they try the right side here. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him again. The third time he sacked him here tonight. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Going, and that's caught inside the 35. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big gain of 38 there on third down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, 4 down,
4 down.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Gone!
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Check three. Watch Mike. Outside coming. Run. Oh, yeah.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Looking to throw. Forced out to his left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Suckup will put this one right through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Buying time to his left. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.